And we're back with another episode of the official Whistle Podcast.
Welcome back.
How y'all
Here
doing?
we are. I'm good.
You haven't had an episode since the hurricane.
No.
So, you do good during the hurricane?
Yeah, did fine.
Awesome.
Did fine.
Awesome.
We didn't record last week because we had a fairly busy week, actually.
We did.
A friend of ours got married. We were in the wedding. So.
Very fun weekend.
It was. Yeah.
It was fun.
I think we went out 4 nights in a row.
Yep. The last night I was dead.
So tired.
Dude, Saturday, I was like, honestly, I was going to stay home.
First one, that's why I didn't get anything because my bank account looks at me and is like, are you serious? You serious right now?
You can barely afford to walk here right now.
Yeah.
Not
like Thursday night. Thursday night was wedding. Friday night, when we all went out.
Yeah.
The only thing I paid for was those chicken tenders.
Nice.
And the beer.
That's good.
The rest I don't think I even got anything else. I got a few free shots.
You get some high noons. That was it. Yeah, I got the round of high noons.
Yep.
Oh, that was about it. It wasn't bad, dude. It was a good weekend.
It was a good time.
Yeah, wedding was really good too.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah,
that was really fun.
It was a good wedding. Well, outside of the wedding, so when there's a backstory behind the wedding. So the wedding was on a Thursday. Okay.
Oh yeah.
And we were in this wedding, and we told our friend, we said, "Look, you can have a fall wedding, but."
Well, she comes to me about a year ago, and maybe not a year, earlier this year, I believe.
Yep.
And she was like, "Hunter, I plan my wedding. It's October 27th." I was like, "Oh, sweet." And I sat there and I was like, "Wait." Pulled up the calendar. It's Florida Georgia weekend. Tierney, I cannot. I'm so sorry.
That's a sin.
I won't be going.
Yeah, it's a sin in college football.
You're in the wedding. I'm like, I know, but I won't be going. She's like, what? And then she heads to the group chat and tries to get Clay to come to her defense. Clay's like, nah, I'm sorry.
That's
Hunter's right.
It's a sin, man.
She's like, what? I'm sorry, you don't get it. You can't do that.
No, you can't do it. On the bye week, okay.
The week before, I went to a friend of mine.
Yep.
A friend of my sister's. She got married 4 or 5 years ago, whatever it is. And it was the bye weekend.
Solid.
And we asked her, and we're like, "You're lucky it wasn't one more week." She's like, "Oh, I know." She's like, "I went to Florida. I know. My husband and all his friends, they went to Florida. We did this on purpose because next week we'll be watching the Florida Georgia game." I'm like, "Oh." She's like, "We get married today. We got the whole week for honeymoon, and then come back Florida Georgia." I'm like, "Now that's
smart.
If you're gonna do a fall wedding,
yep,
that's the way to do it."
Yep. I think I'm gonna elope.
Yeah.
Yep. I've already thought it through.
Nice.
Yep. Just need the girlfriend part first.
We'll get there one day.
One day, maybe.
That's all right.
Yeah. We'll see. I don't know. But nonetheless, it was a great week of NFL games.
It was weird. The first 2, maybe 3 weeks of NFL play, I think were pretty awesome.
They were a little better.
And now it's like, eh.
Thursday.
Oh,
what was that Thursday night game?
Bro. Colts.
Oh yeah.
Colts Broncos. 5 years ago.
Let's ride.
You get me Russ Wilson versus Matt Ryan. Hell yeah, that's gonna be a good game.
Yep.
Talk about washed quarterbacks. Now it doesn't help the Colts O-line. Sucks.
Yeah, they do suck.
Matt Ryan, who's already very easily sackable, gets sacked a ton. Russ Wilson is just, I don't know his thing. I don't understand.
Some people are saying it's the offense. It's not designed for Russ. It's too basic. Other people saying Russ is too washed to do anything special now. So what is it? We don't really know. But all I do know is Geno Smith is crushing it in Seattle right now.
Yeah, if you would have told me that after this trade happened, if you told me that the Seahawks actually kind of
were put together,
kind of won this trade or have a better record or having a better year, I would not have believed you.
Correct.
That's true.
Plus for the Broncos having Jerry Jeudy, top tier talent.
Jerry Jeudy, Cortland Sutton, Javonte Williams, which he tore his ACL out for the year. That sucks. Melvin Gordon, that defense.
Yeah, their defense is good.
You would think.
Poor guys.
That sucks.
Yeah, it does.
But yesterday we had some games, and
The Bills.
the thing that sucks now, I think the difference is the first 2 weeks. Yeah, the Bills. The first 2 weeks there was some excitement because the Dolphins were freaking awesome.
Yeah,
And
Dolphins were looking like
going on? The
Super Bowl
Dolphins are-
contenders.
yeah, awesome. And then Tua gets hurt, and then they're okay. They put in Teddy, and then for this weekend,
Teddy gets hurt.
Teddy gets hurt and goes out for concussion protocol.
And they're not fucking around with concussion protocol.
They're not right now. They're not. So they had Skylar Thompson, and who played all of preseason. But so you can't do anything. Like I have Tyreek on my fantasy team. He had 4 points. And it's like it's not his fault.
No, I mean
third.
Yeah, I was like, you get the third string quarterback in there.
Yeah. So I don't know. That sucks for the Dolphins.
Dude, and then Jimmy G taking over San Fran.
Yep.
It's Trey Lance,
Yep. As usual.
Yeah. It's
as usual, but it's
fun.
I feel bad for Jimmy G because like they kind of disrespect him. It's not like he's an amazing quarterback. Dude. He got them to Super Bowl once. Should have won the game. You could say that's on coaching or whatever it is. Kyle Shanahan's blown 2 leads in the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And then he almost got him there last year, but he didn't, obviously. But those first 1 or 2 weeks Trey Lance was playing, he didn't look like the answer.
No, he's not the answer. We knew he wasn't the answer. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Now the Niners are screwed because they got to pay Jimmy all this money now.
They do. And guess what?
And he's a free agent next year.
Oh, shit. Matt Rhule got fired.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yep.
Matt Rule's out. But quarterbacks, another thing. I would not have projected the Eagles to be 5-0.
Only undefeated team left. In the NFC, it's crazy. The NFC, it is the Eagles and everybody else.
Yep.
No other teams are close. Like the closest team right now, honestly, is the Cowboys.
Dak's not even playing.
And Dak's not even playing.
Yeah. Cooper Rush played fine the other day.
Like, I don't want to believe in the Cowboys, but I watched them play the Rams, and
well, I think the Rams are just falling apart.
The Rams are
they're falling apart.
Yeah.
Like I was cheering. Like I could care less for the Cowboys or the Rams, but I was cheering for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
I was like, let's fucking go.
Yeah.
They were on fire.
Their defense looked legit. Cooper Rush is good enough to get it done because I think their defense is that good.
Well, and they got 2 really good backs. I mean, Pollard and Elliott, just swap those 2 out.
Yeah.
One of them will get a first down.
Yeah.
I assure you.
Yeah, so it's definitely the Eagles and everybody else. I mean, there's the Niners that are okay. Pretty good.
Did you see the best running back clip this week? Dameon Pierce.
Oh, dude. Dameon Pierce is that dude.
Yeah.
The fact that Dan Mullen was using him as little as he was is so nuts because people are just off that one play, really. They're like, he gives flashes of Marshawn Lynch.
Yep. Dude, he's RB1.
Yeah. I picked him on fantasy. First 2 weeks, it was like 4 points, 8 points, and then it's 18, 20, 18. Let's fucking go. Dameon Pierce. It's a stud.
Dude, he is.
You get yourself a good quarterback and a good coach in Houston, you might be up to something. Maybe. I don't know.
Who's gonna? So
the Jags, though.
It could be the Jags. And people are talking about Trevor Lawrence getting axed. We can dive into that later. But I wanted to go into is Carolina going to tank now to get the number 1 pick? And trade McCaffrey to get more picks.
I don't think they even have to. They just suck.
They just suck.
But I think they are going to start trading players so that they can get. I think they just need to restart. You know. Do you trade McCaffrey? I don't know.
The problem is I think his draft value is down because he's injured every fucking week.
Yeah. Who could you trade on that team? I mean, I guess you could trade DJ Moore.
DJ Moore, McCaffrey.
Like a 3rd, 4th round. McCaffrey.
Honestly, Baker. You could trade a Baker.
You could trade
for
Baker.
Some late round type picks.
I mean, you should trade Baker to Miami right now. Well, Ed said he's probably coming back though. But I'm gonna stand up for Matt Rhule just for a second.
Huh?
I know he's not the best, but here's the starting quarterbacks he had in his 38-game tenure: Teddy Bridgewater, Cam Newton, Sam Darnold, PJ Walker, and Baker Mayfield. Those are his starting quarterbacks.
Was Cam Newton on that list?
Yep.
Okay. I was like, I didn't know if you started with Cam or not.
Oh.
What?
Oh, okay, so I guess the Bills are trying to get the Bills' Twitter is trying to get the Bills to trade for Christian McCaffrey. But there's nothing actually going on there.
The Bill. What would the Bills trade for Christian McCaffrey?
2 or 3 first-round picks.
I don't think it's worth it. He's not worth it. He's injured.
I know he's not. I'm just saying that's
and
what
they have
what
Singletary.
Yeah, but then, dude,
Singletary's good.
They have Singletary, Zach Moss, and James Cook.
I'll tell you who ran really good this weekend. Playoff Lenny.
Yeah, he did.
Playoff Lenny.
He was running angry.
Yeah, I don't know who pissed him off, but
he was playing awesome.
Yeah, he was going crazy. I was excited for the guy.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think the Panthers. I don't think they even have to, tank. They might. It's going to be between them, the Bears, the Texans, for the first pick.
Jags.
The Jags will win some games.
Okay.
I mean, they'll be somewhere between 9 and 15.
Okay.
Not the record, the draft position.
Yeah.
But
I think they did have the best offseason hire. Give it some time, Jags fans.
It's not going to win Coach of the Year though.
Who's
or rookie coach, first year head coach of the year?
Who's going to win that?
Brian Daboll. That might have been the best head coaching hire. It's definitely between those two. I think Daboll walked into a slightly better situation because there's a lot more talent there.
He did. Yeah. He walks into a hell of a situation.
Because Danny Dimes is playing good enough. Saquon is back on his shit. He's got them rocking. They were down 2 possessions.
If you would have told me
Yeah.
that the Giants would beat the Packers over in England, I would have laughed in your face.
The Packers were the last team not to play in an international game.
Damn.
First time they're getting to see Aaron Rodgers, and he just gets...
Did you hear the Brits?
No.
Yelling, fuck the cheeseheads or something?
Really?
Yeah. Dude, their chants were great. People were like, we need to bring them over here. Shit.
That's awesome. Well, they do. In soccer games, they have great,
Yeah, they do. They're into that shit.
Songs and chants. It's awesome.
I was going to ask, does England allow the Patriots to play over there?
They've played over there.
Have they?
I was thinking about that too. I was like, that's funny because the point of a patriot is
to rebel
against them. And they have their colors. So.
Yeah. I thought about that this week and I was like, I wonder if they played over there. I don't know.
I thought about that too.
Yeah, I think it's funny.
Maybe they haven't played over there, but because the stat is international games and they've played in Mexico City before.
Let me see.
Look it up.
All right. We need some elevator music while I look stuff up.
Yeah, so the NFC East was the worst division. So what?
Do I see Patriots Buccaneers in 2010?
In England?
I guess so. Hold on.
Bucks play over there often.
Yeah, they did. The Pats have played.
The Niners.
They played twice in London, defeating the Bucks 35-7 in 2009, and then they won 45-7 over the Rams.
Damn, they really got to see Tom Brady show out. So they really think Tom Brady is just ridiculous.
Yeah, right?
Put up 40 points both times and didn't allow more than 1 touchdown. Sheesh.
Oh, I love it. Gotta love it. Well, what else happened this week?
Let's talk about the Bucks. What's going on?
Stagnant.
Yeah.
Stagnant.
They don't look electric anymore.
No.
Not that. I mean, there's Lenny. But
Lenny's played well.
In person, at least, it just didn't look. I thought this week would be the week where, the offense finally clicks. Maybe it'll be another couple weeks, but because this is the first week we've had everyone back. not counting Julio Jones, which I'm not really counting. I'm counting our main 3 starting receivers is Evans, Godwin, and Gage.
Mm-hmm.
They actually use Gage quite a bit.
And Miller.
Scotty was in a lot this weekend.
Apparently, Brady told him he needed to get his shit together.
Brady needs to get his shit together. Both those passes to Scotty were short.
I think it's age.
Scotty's too fast for Tom.
I don't know what it is. Look, nothing against Tom Brady. Dear God.
And how many times did Tom Brady throw Scotty across the middle, and as soon as Scotty catches the ball, he gets whacked?
Yeah.
Like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, too many. Brady had a couple good throws to Evans, but ultimately just watching.
He had a couple great throws to the turf monster, too.
Yeah, he did. Like, the rhythm just doesn't seem in rhythm like he usually is.
Yeah.
Tom's usually very, like, in rhythm quarterback, like, doesn't miss many throws. And, like, Tom is the one that is, like, perfect, right? Like, you very rarely see him mess up.
Yeah.
Because he's always on his other receiver. Like, he's on his receivers yelling at him. He's on his line yelling at him. Like, you fucked up. Like, you need to do this. But, like, the past couple weeks, it's been like, well, Brady, you haven't been playing too hot.
No, both those. I love Scotty Miller. And if Scotty Miller did something wrong, I'd say it. But both those passes, Scotty had his guy beat. And it's only by like a step or two.
Yeah.
But if you lay it out for him, he would have got it. But he had to come back for it, and that's why both those passes were blocked down. And that second one was definitely pass interference.
Questionable. Oh, what do you think about the roughing the passer call?
That was not roughing the passer.
No, it was not roughing the passer.
You just tackle him.
Standard.
Just because it's Tom Brady.
Standard tackle.
Yeah. And who knows what would happen? We might have lost the game.
Potential. I don't think we would have lost the game.
I don't think we would have, but
potential was there.
It sealed us winning the game.
Yes, it did seal. And you know what I don't like? Officials deciding games.
Yeah.
That is something I've never liked.
Yeah.
The Saints are notorious for having that happen to them.
Yeah, that sucks. That sucks. Because I think the Saints would have won that Super Bowl.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, the Vikings, Justin Jefferson was on fire.
Mm-hmm. The Vikings, the only losses to the Eagles. And they got embarrassed by the Eagles.
Because they shut down Justin Jefferson.
Yep.
Like, there's one rule. When you're playing the Vikings, take away Justin Jefferson. At all costs. Take him away.
It was like that with the Chiefs. You shut down Tyreek Hill.
Yeah. No deep threat.
No deep threat. I mean, Travis Kelce, of course, you got to watch out for.
You do.
But it helped quite a bit.
It shortens the field.
Yeah.
Right? With Tyreek Hill, you're like, you got the whole field.
Mm.
But if you're just worried about Travis Kelce at that point, you're like, okay, within 15 yards. Because he's not going to get downfield fast enough.
Yep.
But
it's like that video that you always see of Chad Johnson, Ochocinco, talking to Bill Belichick pregame.
Yep.
And Bill Belichick's like, I got a call, whatever it is, Mike 32, whatever. He's like, we got you double, triple teamed every play. He's like, no, come on, coach. He's like, you think we're gonna let you get loose? No. So that's what you got to do.
Yeah.
For the Vikings, you got to shut down their number one guy.
Yep. We take away you, and we got to worry about the run game and Dalvin Cook, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah.
Fucking train.
Speaking of the Vikings, their division rival, the Lions.
The Bearcats.
So the Lions lost 25-0 to the Patriots.
Because they need to fire Dan Campbell.
Maybe.
I don't think Dan Campbell's a head coach. Love the story. Great aspirations.
He reminds me of Ed Orgeron.
All right. I don't know about Edo, but
Ed was not a good head coach.
He just fell into the right situation.
Fell into the right situation. He's a very good, if you get the right guys around you, he can motivate and get the team surrounded together to get the dub.
His locker room speeches are famous.
Right.
Because you can't understand them.
Right. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Anyways.
Now he's in Miami.
Who?
Edo.
Not working.
No, he's not working.
Having a good time, though.
Damn. We got to segue into college football. Fuck.
Yeah. All right. Let's wrap up NFL.
All right.
The Bengals also.
Upcoming games.
Upcoming. Okay, this
tonight.
weekend.
Well, it's Monday, so
Tonight.
you
we'll
got
get
the Raiders.
Raiders.
Yeah.
Chiefs are gonna win.
Chiefs are gonna
But
win.
I think the Raiders will be frisky.
Okay. Raiders show up.
Mm.
Okay. I got it. This weekend. Hold on. Let me keep going. We'll wrap up.
I think the Raiders are gonna be the team this year that they're good enough to beat bad teams, but they're not good enough to beat good teams.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yep. I know exactly.
They're that perfect middle team. They're not gonna make the playoffs. They're gonna make a push, and then week like 12 they'll be, or 13, 14 they'll be officially knocked out.
Mm.
So that'll be that.
Can you believe we're in week 6 now?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Nuts.
All right. Ready?
Yeah.
First game. The Thursday night matchup, game of the week. Washington at Chicago.
Oh yeah. Snooze fest. But you know what? Games like this are sneaky because it'll be two teams that no one gives a shit about, and it'll just be a wild game.
Yeah,
no one cares, and they're both not good.
Yeah.
They're both so not good together that it makes an awesome game.
Ooh.
That's what we'll hope.
All right. 1 o'clock game. Baltimore at New York.
Which one?
Giants.
Ooh, that'd be a good test for the Giants. Who's the Giants' only loss?
Who's that Giants' only one?
They lost because they started at 3-0. They lost to
Cowboys.
23-16.
23-16.
What's crazy is the NFC East, who was like terrible last year. Eagles undefeated. Cowboys 4-1, only lost to the Bucks. Giants 4-1, only lost to the Cowboys. And then there's the Commanders, who are 1-4.
All right. 4:25 game. Buffalo and Kansas City.
Ooh. That'd be you know what? I think
That's
Buffalo
good.
is actually I think Buffalo is gonna beat the brakes off of Kansas City. I think they've had this game circled since the playoffs last year.
Maybe. My only concern, like I'm over here thinking fantasy. I'm like, all right, should I start Josh Allen this week or should I?
Oh yeah. Kansas City's
But
defense is not.
It's not great. But there's also that chance that Josh Allen doesn't show up, or he just drops a 50 bomb and is like, "Fuck you, Kansas City."
Yeah, exactly.
Like
Gabe Davis is down there somewhere.
And I got Gabe Davis too, motherfucker. So
what did you? His beginning stat line was like 2 catches for 160 yards and 2 touchdowns. Randy Moss type shit.
Dude, I'm playing fantasy and I have Gabe Davis and Josh Allen, and I saw his score and it says like 1 catch, like 85 yards and a TD, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then his next catch was for something stupid.
Yeah.
Oh, I was dying, man.
Nuts.
Oh, great stats. All right. And cap it off, Dallas at Philly. Philly's going to fuck them up. Philly's going to fuck them up, man.
Philly is going to fuck them up. I think Philly will be like...
That's an expensive game.
Dallas, you're good, but you're not quite there yet.
Damn. So the lowest ticket price for Kansas City is $266. The lowest ticket price for Dallas Philly is $246.
If the Super Bowl is Philly Buffalo, that's going to be the wildest Super Bowl week. Think of those two fan bases. Bills Mafia and Philly fans.
There's going to be a lot of fights.
That's nuts.
There's going to be a lot of fights.
That's nuts. I don't know if it will be. But that's crazy.
But like Buffalo's the only team I would have been like, all right, I can see him in the Super Bowl. Whereas like Philly at the beginning of the year,
believe in.
I was like,
I do, but I'm waiting.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
they're playing lights out. Don't get me wrong.
They played. The Cards were close. The Cardinals almost came back and won if Kyler Murray didn't slide that early. Did you see the ending of that game?
No, I missed that.
So it was 2nd and 11.
Okay.
Or 2nd and 10. Kyler ran and slid.
Huh?
And he slid across the first down. It doesn't matter where.
But they do it when you start sliding.
He got touched as soon as he got his knee down, which was a yard short. And they didn't have any timeouts, so he ran up, spiked it on 3rd and 1. So it's 4th down with 9 seconds left. And you have to kick a field goal. And they showed this kicker in pregame was missing field goal after field goal after field goal. And I've never seen a kick literally go straight and then halfway there just curve completely to the right. It just went up and completely right.
Dude,
Nuts.
if I'm that kicking coach or whoever, I'd be like, do we have anyone else on this team?
Yeah.
that can kick this
Yeah, he's
football?
definitely getting a new job. He's definitely or no, sorry. He's definitely gonna have to look for a new job.
Yeah, probably. All right. Let's transition in here to some college football.
All right.
Florida State lost. We'll just gotta highlight that in a historic fashion.
Hmm.
I was on the phone with you. I did the call.
Oh yeah, you FaceTime. Yeah. Yep.
And like 2 seconds later, I watched this shit happen. And I'm just laughing. And Jordan Travis just fucking float. All they needed was a field goal to win the game.
And Jordan Travis has been playing great.
He has been. He's been
For Florida, I mean, the best. I'd say he's the best Florida State quarterback since Jameis.
Probably.
Not saying he's on that level, but he's the best quarterback they've had since then.
He's up there. He's up there. Just not great though.
Right.
But damn. Yeah, man. It was a tough week for Florida State. Alabama and Jimbo Fisher. So first of all, everyone's calling for Jimbo Fisher's buyout. His buyout right now is like $80 million.
85.
85.
Actually.
$85 million. I dare you to fire his ass. By the way, Matt Rhule's getting bought out for $40
million. That was going to be
$40 million.
My transition in college. So he'd get fired, but he's gonna basically have his pick of whatever college job he wants.
Yeah, he will.
And I think he'll go to Wisconsin, like we were talking about earlier.
Nebraska?
Yeah.
I
think Wisconsin's a better job. I think Nebraska is done.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah. Florida State might be opening up this year.
I don't think so.
Okay. I think they'd be dumb to fire Norvell.
Yeah.
Auburn's about to open up. But if I'm a head coach, I don't want to be in the SEC. Dear God.
I don't want to play against Alabama's biggest rival. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's a gauntlet right there. And LSU's down this year. Wait till LSU's actually good.
Wait till LSU's good. Well, yeah. Like, no. Texas A&M, you never know. They could be good. They have the money to be good.
They got the potential. But it's like, there's no – let's segue into this. There's no elite team in college football. No,
there's not. It's weird. I was
zero.
Because Clay said this the other day. He said there's no elite teams in college football anymore. And I was thinking about it. I was like, well, And then I was thinking about it yesterday because COVID was a weird year.
Hold on. Can I drop a hot take?
Go ahead.
Hot take. All right. Dropping the hot take banner. Tennessee is going to upset Alabama this week.
Oh. So when you called me the other day and you said no, there's no elite teams, I said something.
Dropping that shit.
And I don't think you heard me. I said Tennessee might make the playoff this year.
God, I hope not.
I think they might.
Fuck.
This is the first time they've both been ranked in the top 10
playing each other. Tennessee 6, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so bad.
And we were 5 points away from beating them.
Yeah.
They were the better team.
We were.
But we also those 5 points, we could have had those 5 points because
if they were in the swamp, they would have lost.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee it.
You got to be able to win everywhere.
You got to be able to win on the road.
So, and they were just a better all-around team. Whatever, it's fine. But yeah, Tennessee, they're rocking. They embarrassed LSU this weekend.
Yeah, but LSU.
So it makes me feel better about this weekend.
Yeah, I was like, LSU ain't that good.
So we should win that. But yeah, no, I was gonna say. So you were saying there's no elite teams left in the college football. And I was thinking about, I told you, and I was like, I think Tennessee might make the playoff. And then I was thinking about it. I was like, how did we get to this point? I was like, I think COVID year reset college football a little bit. Because you couldn't really recruit as much. I don't know the reason. I just came out with this on my head. Maybe because you couldn't recruit or something. I'm just trying to think of COVID year kind of reset college football because ever since the college football playoff started, it's been Ohio State, Alabama, Clemson. And then just think about it, the first year, Ohio State won. And then it was Alabama, Clemson, Alabama, Clemson, Alabama, Clemson. And then LSU wins that 1 year, but it took them almost one of the greatest teams of all time to win. And then Alabama gets one of the greatest teams of all time also the next year. Then the next year after COVID year, Georgia wins it. Another team besides the big three and LSU wins it. and it took Alabama to have a rebuilding year. Ohio State kind of a rebuilding year. Clemson with a new quarterback. Oklahoma looking iffy as always. It took that for Georgia to get their first natty in 41 years. 41 years. And now, this year, Alabama almost would have lost to Texas if Quentin Ewers didn't get hurt. They only beat Texas A&M by 4, even though they had their backup in. Texas A&M technically had their backup in.
Mm-hmm.
Who, well, he was their starter at the beginning of the year, but lost a job. Now he's a starter again. So Alabama, even with their backup, almost lost because they still gave up 20 points. And then Clemson with Ungalele looks suspicious. Ohio State looks pretty good. We could be looking at Ohio State, Tennessee national championship. Feels like 2001 or something.
They're gonna put USC in that shit.
Yeah,
they want USC bad, bro.
They do want to, but if they beat UCLA,
I was like UCLA and Utah.
They're
gonna play Utah, and Utah is not going away. Utah is still a really good team. Like Jesus, they came to they played in the swamp, like arguably the hardest place in college football to come in and play, especially at that time of year. Dear God, it's 100 degrees. Yeah. So I think you're right about Tennessee. They're a very, very good team. They're hot right now. I personally do not want to see them in the college football playoff.
I don't either. They're my.
I could never cheer.
I'm not going to do my rank of my least favorite teams. I think they're third though.
Georgia's there. Georgia, LSU.
Georgia, Florida State, Tennessee.
Okay.
LSU.
Okay. I have Florida State so low just because they've sucked for a while now.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, that's true because it's not really a rivalry. But this year it's going to be interesting because they're actually going to be fairly good, and we're going to Tallahassee on Friday night, so it'll be interesting.
Are you going to Tally for that game?
I don't know. I've only got one more vacation day left, and I was gonna be. If it was Saturday, I could, but it's Friday. Dude, and the way our schedule's at work.
Look, if that dumbass is listening to this podcast, who said that shit on a Friday night? The entire rivalry has always been called the Sunshine Showdown.
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing here? Fucking 7 o'clock at night. The sun ain't out, motherfucker.
Yeah.
It's Friday.
Yeah.
This isn't UCF. Okay? Yeah. It's not UCF.
I hate it.
What are we doing?
It's because the teams aren't. If Florida gets back up to being a top 10 team,
yeah,
and Florida State somewhat, it'll be back to Saturday. Though I think the TV, ESPN will be like, "Come on,
yeah,
we're gonna push it back to Saturday." Yeah, that's so. Because the way our work schedules work is Saturday through Friday.
Mm-hmm.
It's on Friday. So if it was on Saturday, I could ask off Saturday, because I'm always off Sunday, Monday, so I could just be off Saturday,
Sunday, and then work Monday.
Yeah. And now that because it's on Friday,
well, Greg's not there.
Right. It would be hard to finesse that schedule. I can use a vacation day, but I was going to use my last vacation day to do something for Trey's birthday.
So
I'm like, well, damn. Guess I'll be watching the Florida State game.
Is Trey off for his birthday?
No. Well, his birthday is during Thanksgiving week, so he can't.
Yeah, I was going to say
but somewhere around there, we're going to do something.
It's like, damn.
Or he wants to do something.
Yeah, I really wanted to go to Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah, me too.
I was like, damn.
I got a lot planned this month, though, so I don't think I can.
Nah, dude.
Tickets. We had the wedding.
Tickets are expensive.
I'm going to LSU this weekend, and then I'm going to Jacksonville in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Holy shit. That's 2 weeks.
I got to fly out to A&M.
That's the week after.
That's the week after the Georgia game. And then I pretty much have to be in College Station like that almost that whole week. I got to work from there because we have investors. Like, it's a big board meeting for us.
Right.
So everyone's flying in. So that's going to be fun. And then I got to fly to Oregon after that. That's a long-ass flight.
Oh, you're going to Oregon this year? Nice.
Yeah, I'm going to go to Oregon. Not to the University of Oregon.
Right. No.
Yeah.
The state.
Yeah, the state of Oregon.
So, yeah. Tennessee, I mean, they do have a tough schedule.
They do?
If they're going to – I'm not 100%. I'm like 80% sold in Tennessee right now. If they beat Alabama, 90% sold. If they beat Georgia, 100%. They're gonna go. The thing that sucks for them is so they got to play Alabama.
Yep.
They got to beat Alabama. They got to beat Georgia, and then they got to go to that SEC championship game and beat Alabama again.
That's a tough.
That is a tough. if they win all those, they're definitely number one.
Hot take, if they lost 2 of those, one to Georgia, one to Alabama, they win out. Top 4.
Wait, what? Say it again.
They lose to Georgia.
They lose this weekend to Alabama.
They beat Alabama
this weekend.
Yep.
Lose to Georgia.
Lose to Georgia. Play in the SEC championship game.
Well, Georgia would have to have a loss though.
And
the same division.
That's true. To Florida, of course. Georgia's not as good as people think. They were almost exposed by Missouri.
Yeah, I don't know, 100%.
They were exposed by Missouri, actually.
It's funny. Earlier today, I was talking to my grandma. She was like, "Well, Florida looked okay this weekend." I'm like, "Yeah, well." I was like, I I think there's honestly a real chance Florida can squeak out winning out the rest of the year, except for Georgia. She was like, "I don't know," and she was like, "I don't know." Georgia looked pretty rough the last couple of weeks.
Georgia's looked really rough.
I was like, you know what, Momo, you are correct. She pointed out, she was like, yeah, they almost lost to Missouri, and then the week before, Kent State.
To Kent State.
I was like, all right, you're right. Yeah, no. Georgia's beatable. Okay, so yeah, no, you're right. If Tennessee beats Georgia and we beat Georgia, that's 2 losses for Georgia.
That's 2 losses for Georgia.
We would be second in the East.
We'd have to be South Carolina.
Well, yeah, I know. If we win out,
we'd be 3rd. Well, no, Kentucky lost.
Unless Kentucky loses to Georgia.
Yeah, Kentucky lose.
How funny would be Georgia ends up 10-2, but 4th in the SEC East. That'd be hilarious.
That would be really funny. I don't see it happening, but
no, I don't need
that'd be
hilarious.
That would be really, really funny. All right, Georgia's got Vandy this weekend. Alabama, Tennessee. What's your pick? Let's do a pick.
Okay, I'm taking Alabama.
Okay, how much?
See, here's my thing with Tennessee. Their offense is rocking. They haven't played a really good defense yet. LSU is suspect. Florida very suspect. But Florida put up 40-some points on them.
Mm-hmm.
They only won by 5, and we're in the 40s. So that's what I'm like. Well, I don't really. Also, Tennessee's gonna play Kentucky. I mean, Kentucky's kind of.
Yeah, I was like, they're gonna win that one, bro.
Yeah, they're on the downward spiral right now.
Yeah, you know,
they got lucky against Florida.
Yeah, they're gonna win that.
But anyways, I'm gonna take Alabama, but I think it's gonna be like
closer than you think.
It's gonna be pretty close.
Okay.
Or no. Here's why I think it's close, and then in the 4th quarter, Alabama puts them away.
Okay. I got an upset this week.
Okay.
Florida State is going to upset Clemson in Doak Campbell Stadium.
Don't do that.
They are.
Why?
They're going to do it. I have a feeling because not Tennessee. Clemson is a fraud.
They beat NC State. They beat NC State.
Yeah, they're still a fraud. Clemson's played horrible.
I do think so.
I think Florida State's going to have a great game. It's going to be that rebound game, right? They're just going to show up, and I think they're going to try and kick the shit out of Clemson. They're motivated. They're at home. It's going to be sold out. It's a 7:30 game. I think I'd rather watch that than Florida LSU.
There are some this weekend. College football is awesome this year.
USC,
last weekend,
USC Utah.
Yep, that's going to be a good ass game. If USC comes over that win, let's see. Oh, that's last week. Penn State, Michigan. That's going to be a good game. Everyone says Penn State's pretty good. They're 5-0. Whoever wins this game is to be the biggest challenge to Ohio State.
Who is the biggest challenge to Ohio State?
Here's one. Kansas, Oklahoma. Oklahoma's about to drop to 3-4. Oklahoma's the top 10.
Kansas.
Also, someone pointed out, Kansas in 2009 started out 5-0, finished 5-7 because they're playing a bunch of scrubs first 5 weeks. And now Kansas played a couple scrubs, and then played TCU last week and lost. That was a close game though, but
I think USC Utah is going to be That's Utah's going to win.
Mm-hmm.
USC travels to Utah. Utah's going to win it.
But if USC wins, I'll then take them seriously.
Okay. You'll consider them a contender instead of a pretender,
depending on how they win too.
Yeah. Why is the Big Ten's like game of the week always at noon?
I don't know, bro. They're trying to do the big noon thing. It's not cool. It's not cool.
It's too early.
That's Big Ten energy.
It's too early.
SEC is. You got a big SEC game.
Aren't most Big Ten schools
at the earliest?
Most Big Ten schools are in Central Time, aren't they? I think they are.
Not the important ones.
Not the important ones. Ohio.
I don't think Ohio State and Penn State are.
Okay.
Michigan might be.
I think Michigan is. Wisconsin, yeah, they are too. I don't know. Because that shit's 11 a.m. for them. Like, that's the morning time, bro. Miami. They're on ESPN3 this weekend.
What a joke. They started out so hot.
ESPN3, the Ocho.
They thought they started so hot. They were playing some garbage teams. They put up 70 points against like Bethune-Cookman. And they're like, oh, we're going to the Natty. Shut up, bro.
Can you imagine that? Like, you put up 70 points on fucking Bethune-Cookman type team and then just lose.
Yeah.
Like.
And then they lost to Middle Tennessee.
Yeah. Come on, guys. Come on. What are we doing?
Ridiculous.
All right.
I will say, though, one team to keep an eye out.
Okay. This weekend?
Who I think could win. Not this weekend. They're just nothing crazy this weekend.
Okay. Buffalo.
Well, no. So the Big 12 actually has a bunch of good teams this year.
Ooh. Texas played very well. Like
Texas is
blanked Oklahoma.
Texas, who I'm referring to. Yeah. I think Texas, when they have Quinn Ewers,
they're good.
They're elite.
Ooh. Okay. All right. I don't like misusing that word. Like
they're not. All right. They're not elite because there's no elite teams in college right now. But they are.
They're good. They're very good.
They're a very good team.
Close to great.
Yes.
Elite is if they win the Natty. Then I'm like, all right, they're elite. Oh, all right. Well, Hunter, it's been about an hour. We got to wrap up because we got shit to do.
Yeah, we do. All right, hold on. Let me.
You got one more take?
I feel like I did. Well, no, I just had my Tennessee take.
Okay. Tennessee's going to beat Alabama.
Rocky Top after this weekend.
Yeah.
Wait, how many weeks? We're halfway through the season right now.
Yep. College football, yeah.
I'm gonna make my playoff prediction right now. Now, give me till
I wouldn't do. I was like,
after this weekend.
There's too many critical games this weekend.
This week, I was gonna say after this because I thought this week would be halfway, but no, give me till after this weekend, and then let's start talking playoff.
There's too many critical games.
Yeah,
give it time. Next week we'll evaluate.
There's 3 very big games this weekend that have to do with the playoff. I think 4.
USC
3.5.
Alabama, Tennessee.
USC, Alabama, Tennessee. Michigan, Penn State. Clemson, Florida State. If you say there's an upset.
There's going to be an upset. I think Penn State is going to compete very well against Michigan.
I do too.
Closer than you think.
I do too.
So,
and then what's crazy is I think Penn State gets even better next year. Because Sean Clifford, who's been there for like 10 years.
He's still alive?
Apparently. He's okay, but their freshman quarterback, Allure or whatever, he's freaking awesome.
Okay. Awesome.
So yeah, it's going to be a good weekend in college football. Another weekend. I feel like this is, I don't think it was last weekend, but the week before, there was like 6 or 7 top 25 matchups. There's the same thing this weekend. Let me see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. It's nuts. Mississippi State, Kentucky. That might be a good game. Mississippi State's they're 5-1. Who's their one loss? Probably Bama.
It's a good one, man. Mississippi State, Kentucky is going to be a very good one.
They lose to LSU. LSU is the biggest.
That's the problem in the West, bro.
They all beat up on each other.
Yeah, they just beat up on each other. And it's like, oh, you should beat LSU. Well, it's still LSU. At the end of the day, they still have talent. Like, you could still lose any moment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's how the West is. Like, bro, well, I would say almost Auburn. Auburn could probably upset someone, but they're pretty bad this year. So
They are.
yeah, they're atrocious. Auburn sucks. That's all I'll say.
Who gets fired first, Brian Kelly or Mike Norvell?
Ooh. Brian Kelly.
Yeah, I think so too.
Brian Kelly. Norvell's earned himself 2 more years.
Yeah.
Unless
I do think they just get better.
Yeah, unless he just tanks next year, there's no way they get worse.
Who gets fired first, Brian Kelly or Mario Cristobal?
Oh, God. Cristobal.
Crazy. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
They have more money, and
because there's a lot. So
he's embarrassing.
Earlier today, we were talking about because Matt Rhule got fired.
Yep.
And we're saying last year because Field Yates or someone was like he had the pick of college football jobs he could have taken last year because Florida was open, Miami was open, LSU was open, USC was open, Notre Dame was open. All these teams were open, but he stayed in the NFL. So if all the guys, the big program hires that happened last year, who do you think gets hired? Who do you think is fired first? Who lasts the longest? Based on what you've seen so far, halfway through the season. That's crazy. We're halfway.
Brian Kelly is going to be the first to go. For sure. The longest, Lincoln Riley.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, USC.
Yeah.
Just because the USC has been so bad, they don't know anything different.
And they don't fire coaches.
No, they do not.
Unless it's
sexual assault.
Absolutely necessary. They held on to Helton or whatever his name was for 3 years too long.
Yeah.
And I don't think
what my rule is with
will
coaches.
Ever get bad with USC. What?
If you're just going to fire him next year,
go ahead and do it.
Get rid of him now. Okay, because recruiting is too important.
You're still on 3 year.
3
fired
years.
in 3 years.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I've come to terms. Florida has one of the worst fan bases. Bro, I see it every week on Twitter, Facebook. It's just straight bullshit half the time from half these fans.
Yeah.
Oh, we should start Kitna. Should we? Have you seen him run? No. Anthony Richardson's the best fucking athlete on the field when he's on it.
Yep.
Let's be. Guy's gonna go in the first round. If he didn't start at Florida right now, he would still probably go in the first round next year.
I still see mock drafts every week. There's a new mock draft, and he's in the top 10 every week.
Yeah.
Even after the Kentucky week, he was still top 10.
Because they'll figure it out. Same with Desmond Watson, bro. Desmond Watson doesn't play at Florida. Guess what? He's 400 pounds.
Squat 600, bench press is 500.
The NFL is going to look at that and be like, we'll figure it out.
So in the weightlifting community, there's a thing called the 1,000-pound club. You squat, bench, deadlift, in some variation, 1,000 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that he only needs 2 of those to get to 1,000 pounds, and it's 1,200 pounds, is nuts.
Yeah. He's massive. But I hate that about Florida fans is because they'll always second-guess their coach. Now, look, Napier hasn't made some great coaching decisions. I can be critical, but it's look, it's a learning curve, right? He's still learning. He's at a power, this is his first, technically, big school he's been at. Dude, how many places did Nick Saban go before he was successful? Goes to the Dolphins. He was at LSU.
Nick Saban was pretty successful everywhere he goes out.
He was a little bit.
Michigan State is successful.
But as the head coach, winning national championships, Alabama.
What? LSU he won?
Shit, he did one. Why did they fire him?
He didn't. They didn't.
He went. Yeah.
He went to Miami.
Then
he wanted out of Miami and saw the Alabama job was open. He said, "I'm taking it because I'm smart," which is what Matt Rhule should have done.
Yep.
And gone somewhere else.
Take the opportunity while it's there.
Mm-hmm.
Would have been a tough one.
Napier, I'm going to give him time.
Florida fans don't give time to coaches. We've learned that.
Nick Saban wasn't great his first year. Neither was Dabo.
No, he wasn't. Florida fans don't care.
But year 2 will be big because Nick Saban first year was, I think, 7-6.
If I see improvement.
Year 2, lost in the SEC championship to Florida. Year 3, national championship.
If I see improvement on the defensive side of the ball, I'm happy.
I've seen improvement from last year to this year. You have to admit.
Third in Grantham.
We would not have won against Utah.
Jesus, bro.
We would not have won against Utah. We would not have been remotely close.
The amount of third and Granthams I've
Tennessee.
seen and Todd Grantham's not on the field is ridiculous. Fucking 3rd and 22 converts.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Okay. All right. I just get tired of seeing that.
I saw they compared his stats on 1st and 2nd and 4th down to his 3rd down. His 3rd down, he looked like Patrick Mahomes. 1st and 2nd down, he looks like Baker Mayfield.
Sam Darnold.
Teddy Bridgewater. Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Literally. All right.
Well,
it's time to wrap up. We'll see you guys back here next week on the Whistle Podcast.
All right. Yeah, we'll be back next week. Sorry about last week again. Again, we had a friend's wedding. Probably could have coordinated, but
it's a good wedding.
I had my schedule was all messed up because of work because I was off Thursday. So
yeah. All right. It's good. Y'all take care. We'll see y'all back here next week. Peace.